You can always blame the Illuminati for making the worst decisions possible. How can the fate of the world be in the hands of a few people? They get to decide who lives or die. Granted, sometimes choices must be made for the greater good. Hulk and Iron Man have fought one another quite a number of times over the years, but their most recent brawl might very well be their most brutal one to date. The brutal fight between the two founding Avengers takes place in World War Hulk by Greg Pak, published in August of 2006. The Hulk is back on Earth to get revenge for the destruction of planet Sakaar. The threat is clear: deliver the Illuminati within 24 hours. My name is Benjamin Dover, and this is Comics Book. Black Bolt was the first line of defense. In spite of his unique biology as the Inhuman King, there was little he could do to stop an enraged Hulk. Multiple satellites were hacked by the Hulk and his Warbound. The US president issued an immediate evacuation of the city. They have 24 hours to come up with a plan. Surrender is not an option, apparently. From the looks of it, Iron Man is the acting director of S.H.I.E.L.D. The global peacekeeping agency is on high alert. But before the fight, Iron Man must pay a visit to not one, but three specific individuals. The first on his list is Professor Xavier, and the second is Reed Richards. Together with Reed, they manage to pinpoint the safe house of the Sentry. In case of emergency, they believe only the Sentry has the power to defeat him. Robert Reynolds is afraid of the implications this may cause. Should he lose control of his powers for even a second, he risks having the Void take over. But Stark and Reed assures him they have no better ace in the sleeve. Sadly, fighting fire with fire is all they can do as a last resort against the World-Breaker Hulk. Aboard their ship, World-Breaker Hulk took full control of all Earth defense system and communication satellites. Iron Man is trying to isolate their intrusion in the hope to regain control. Despite his efforts, he is suddenly hit with a massive zap of energy. Mind you, in this epic run, Tony Stark implanted himself with some kind of cybernetic material that allows him to take control of any network. On the ground, Spider-Man spots someone closing in. This is Iron Man in his Hulkbuster armor model 36. Rockets are used to boost the armor's punches. An injector was loaded with anti-gamma radiation nanites. However, these had been tampered with and were ineffective in battle. The ship begins to light up above the sky. World-Breaker Hulk is ready for a fight. Iron Man immediately takes off. With Hulk falling toward him, they both collide in mid-air. An incredible shockwave blows through the city building, shattering glasses. During the fight, Tony Stark broadcast a last-minute transmission. He hopes this message inspire the people to not lose hope in the event he ever falls, which is precisely what they both did in the physical sense of the word. Something impressive to realize is the Hulkbuster armor model 36 packs quite a punch. The president cheers on for Stark in the Oval Office. The entire world screams in support of him. Iron Man is winning. The Hulk ends up falling on the grass. He is still alive, but a little shaken by the fall. With the help of a few fighters, Jet Iron Man decides to unleash a barrage of missile on him. The explosion pushes Hulk to remember the memory of his long-lost queen. This pushes him further than ever before as he begins to blame Iron Man for her death. Once he arrives next to the Hulk, Iron Man can already tell this is about to go down really quickly. World-Breaker Hulk jumps into the air and punches Iron Man in the stomach. Their battle sends them both flying into the Stark Tower. A brutal fight ensues between the two, with mostly Hulk getting the upper hand. The heroes are hopeless in spite of it all. The building violently shakes due to the force of their blows. More and more of his armor is begin to disconnect from their usual place. Iron Man will not win this fight. At the end of it all, World-Breaker Hulk stands triumphant. The heroes immediately go to the rescue. Little do they know, there is nothing they can do against an enraged Hulk. The Hulkbuster armor model 36 was heavily damaged by the collapse of Stark Tower. Its remains were briefly possessed by the extra-dimensional demon named Zom. It was subsequently deactivated and was presumably salvaged by Stark Industries or S.H.I.E.L.D. later. Thanks for staying around. I sure hope you liked the video. And if you can, please give this video a big thumbs up.